interstellar comet 3I Atlas with recent develops including analysis of new images and data. Green glow and jet activity as it's headed outbound. Majority being a close flyby of Jupiter in March 2026 before it leaves the solar system. Scientists are studying the composition, dust, and particles, non-gravitational forces, which with more details data.
But you
Let's talk
married.
about the new information that we are hearing. They are talking about CIA, our Central Intelligence Agency, getting
Mm.
involved and interested in Comet 3A Atlas. So, how is it possible and why CIA is involved in understanding how and where Comet 3 Atlas is and all the whereabouts? So, we wanted to go back and understand why CIA is interested in any comets in general, right? So the purpose of CIA, right, is mainly for the defense, the national security, and they do wanted to track if there are any comets or meteors that are coming in that might accidentally be perceived as missiles or nukes, right? So they do wanted to see what's coming out there. That's for sure. This started like back in the Cold War time, and they do wanted to keep track of these comets since then, and also the asteroids as well. They track the meteors, they track anomalies, they track all these exotic objects, right? And also they track whenever there is a public interest or public panic, if there is a big thing happening, like an apocalypse kind of scenario. Those world-ending apocalypse scenarios, if the news is out there in the media, definitely CIA is going to take a look at it and see
Nobody
what it is.
cares.
They do not
Answer the
mention
question.
about anything about how and where and what would be their assets that they would be deploying to capture to capture the data on these comets. They are not going to reveal that.
I wanted the word cuppa, as in cup of tea. I thought it'd be great to mix with hug. When I saw the domain was available, I was like, I'm.
John Greenwald said the Black Vault, that organization that he represents, where he stored all these archival of data from the government, and that organization is mainly interested in getting data based on the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. So this started like back in 70s, and that based on this, I guess the Congress bill that was passed, citizens have right to get the information from the government based on the Freedom of Information Act. So John Grewald and his organization, he is time and time they send a lot of these information requests to the government, and they create a big archive of records of all these government objects or government records that are out there. So they did send a formal message to the CIA asking for provide information if you have anything that you have on the Comet 3 Atlas. There is a formal letter that was sent by CIA. They usually respond formally. They responded saying that we can neither confirm or deny the existence or non existence of these records. This is called a Glomar response. That's the terminology they use, saying that it's not going to put them in trouble because, like, they don't need to say, I know or I don't know. They just say, that's my message, right? So they don't need to reveal their assets. They don't need to reveal whether they have it or not. They don't need to reveal their weaknesses or strengths. So, kind of a legal response by the CIA generally, whenever they wanted to pursue this route, they would provide this GLOMAR response, which is called we can neither confirm or deny the existence or non existence of such kind of information, which Freedom of Information Act response is normally does. John brought this up after getting this message saying that since like olden time about the previous comets that I had seen, only one time that actually CIA refused anything about a comet. The thing that was pointed out by John, this only happened once before, where they denied this information. And 2 years later, they came back and they provided information saying that it was sensitive, that way we could not reveal it. And he felt his response for the 3 Atlas seems very interesting and intriguing, that they chose this path rather than revealing the information. Whether we get an appropriate information from our CIA community or our
Yeah,
defense
I ain't finna
community,
do all
right,
that.
from
I
for
ain't finna
national
do that.
security purposes, we for sure know, like organizations like US Space Force, CIA tracks these comets and asteroids. They are different than how NASA tracks these comets, right? So, for example, if you take a defense organization like Space Force or CIA, they are mainly interested, which is sometimes we are interested as well, is like where is it located and how fast it is moving. Because if the where it is located is strategically important and also how fast it is moving is going to talk about everything about the comet. It's very, very critical information sometimes to really get to the bottom of the comet if you know these two, like where is it, how fast it is moving, right? Now, the other part we usually miss is they maintain these catalogs of orbits, right? So these orbit catalogs, they are published and they're also maintained and they do change, right? So if there is a comet that is moving, and here is when this
Yeah.
comet has to be there tomorrow, day
Yes.
after, and a week from now, if
Yes.
those orbital
She get her
catalogs were
medicine.
published,
Yeah.
these organizations, the defense organizations, download these catalogs at every interval, like every day, whatever the time period it is, and compare to see if there is a difference between the previous location versus the new location really happening. So they wanted to see if there is a deviation in the path. That is actually very critical information for 3I Atlas kind of comets, because if we are suspicious about whether this is technological or whether this is natural object, it is that is a smoking gun that we need to see. Look at orbital data, look at the predicted orbital data, and then come back and download them like maybe tomorrow, day after, and see if anything is changing. So if the predicted orbital path for today
nutrition with chef-crafted flavors that make it easy to feed your performance. Factor. Eat like a pro.
Yeah, my husband ain't going for none of that.
So today is January 9th, and you are looking at a superior conjunction of Venus and Mercury with Earth. So Venus and Mercury are right opposite the other side of the sun,
I
and
remember
Earth is
growing
on
up
this side.
with my dude. We was at
It's
a
pretty
party,
interesting
right?
to watch that.
And I was
And
dancing
also
on another
Mars
dude.
and
He came
Sun
snatch me
are
up so
having a conjunction
motherfucking
as
quick.
well.
He like, what the
It's
fuck
a
you
pretty
doing?
interesting thing to see. We won't be able to
I was
see it
like, oh
unless we are
shit.
using like a Parker solar probe to see the Mercury and
That's when we
Venus
was young.
because they are on the other side of Sun. But anyway, we are interested in something else. We are interested in our friend Jupiter here. So this one is our savior. So this is also called as security guard or the security watch for our solar system.
Security watch for our solar system.
Is mostly very similar to Sun. It has hydrogen, it has helium in the upper atmosphere. But the interesting stuff happens in the middle section where they have this thing called liquid metal, pretty unique to Jupiter, where you can actually see the metallic hydrogen and helium. So it has a lot of magnetic
I ain't
properties
taking
as
no
well.
break. We breaking up.
And we believe the
No,
core
if
of
you want to
Jupiter
go fuck
is
somebody
a
else, we
solid
breaking
rock.
up. We breaking up.
So this Jupiter is huge. It is not a small planet. You can actually fit 1,300 Earths inside Jupiter. And the Jupiter gravity is enormous. Being the
Yeah,
size
I'm
of
not
Jupiter
getting
it
back with
is,
you. It's over with.
the gravity of Jupiter, the hill radius, they call it, of Jupiter is close to 50 times of Jupiter. So anything that comes inside that hill radius, Jupiter has the power to attract and pull it back as one of its moons or maybe crash into Jupiter, one of those. It's a powerful planet in
Yeah,
our solar
it's
system.
over with.
Let's
It's
talk.
over with. Yeah, them some jokes. They jokes. Yeah, that's crazy. When did we need to take a break that deep for you to feel like it's okay to break a bond that we cherish and go fuck on somebody else? That means you never have respect for a relationship nor me. You never loved me because if it's so easy for you to go fuck on something else, maybe I was never worth it in the first place. Hell no. But you broken up. That's the difference.
Yeah, yeah, the breakup. Yeah, that whole break shit. Like I
There's
said,
no point
once you
of a
fuck
break.
somebody else, it's up. So break up right there.
If you want to break, we need to break up. There's no point of a break. Like if we can't have a disagreement and you go in the other room or we don't talk 24 hours, cool. But if you telling me you gotta go sleep with a whole nother person to heal what we didn't been through, so you can pillow talk, baby, we is broken up. There's no point of me breaking up or having a break with you. I'm not about to do all that. You wasting my
Yeah, that's like
time.
being single. So go be single.
Yeah, you want to be single at that. If you want to break, you want to be single. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I'm not about to be like, who you talking to? Where you been at? What you doing? Who was you with? I'm not about to do all that. Even if you gotta go in the other room for a couple hours and come back,
She lied.
he always saying that. Butterfly.
I ain't hear about her lie yet. I ain't gonna. She
Who?
ain't finished. I don't know. Huh?
Who, me?
Huh? What?
What? Huh? Ooh, No, I said there ain't no point of no break. If you want to break, we're gonna just break up right then and there.
Oh, she ain't lying about that one.
I'm not. I'm not finna be on no break with near
Yeah,
nobody.
252 too. A lot of 2000s. Yeah, I agree with that one.
We didn't broke up so many times, and you go sleep on the couch and come back to bed when you okay. 24 hours. 24 hours. If you love me, it better be 24 hours. I don't think
It's
he.
that blue light. It's that blue light. That's jet fuel. Everything I keep seeing, blue light. Mmm.
He said, I don't remember that.
Honestly, man. All right. So I'm the type. I'll send a text and be like, "Yo, whenever you get out your bag, call my phone. If I'm mad, okay, a lot better. See, it all depends, yo. If she pissed me off, why not just try to make up for it? For real, for real.
Show that is. What? An opportunity. No, she got an opportunity. She got an opportunity. She know everything, every mishap, argument, situation. Bitch, please. I'm not cause you never know your friends that be eating off your relationship for real. They waiting for that downfall. Nah, that's true. That's true. No, that's true. Nah, that happened to me growing up though.
Yeah, Jake Paul shot had medical shit.
Lily is scary. She's laughing at something that's not even there.
She playing with the others.
She was
She playing
Uh,
too.
that,
Daddy, this is how smart people be.
crazy. That's crazy.
She got something in her mouth.
That's her oxygen.
It double.
I'm the type. No, I'm real. I ain't even
Hey,
gonna. I ain't even gonna
hey, you
beat you.
broke his jaw.
If you with me and we together, you ain't got no best friend,
His
no fake
jaw.
sister, no fake auntie, no fake cousins. I don't play none of that shit. If they ain't blood,
Round 29. Thomas J.L. Fight. Fuck them up.
no.
He was beating the shit out of that. Oh, there's no signal. Mike Tyson. Yeah. couple little videos. I got a couple little videos.
No, no. It should be boundaries. It should be respect.